Hello, my friends. Alex Martinez here. Today, I've been getting a few questions about how I actually make my ads that I've been throwing on Craigslist. So I'm going to actually show you how to do it. There's two ways I do it. The first way I'm going to show you is from a program called Google Open Office. It's a free suite that you can get on from Google. It's really easy to get. It's really here. Let me just show you. You just go to Google and type Open Office. There it is. Go into web. I have it in images right now for because when I was going to show you where I got my images from. But just go into Open Office. It's right here. Open Office free Open Office productivity suite. It's right here, down here. Okay. So it's really simple to get. Just download it. It's a pretty long download, but it is totally worth it if you can't afford Microsoft Office. It is the next best thing in my opinion. Okay, so let me show you how exactly I made this ad. Now, since my typing is so horrible, absolutely atrocious, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just copy this ad and show you exactly how I made it. And I'm just going to just just copy and paste the text in because it was just horrible what I had to do. My typing is just absolutely horrible. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get a new slide. Okay, so when you open OpenOffice, you will actually just kind of go up here and hit New, and then just hit Presentation, and you'll get a new slide. Now, what I advise you do is as you make ads, just keep stacking them up on one presentation. That way, they're all in one presentation instead of making a bunch of different presentations. So you have one place where you can get all your artwork. Okay, so the first thing I did is I went and I looked for this piece of art. It's always best if you have a piece of art that you can work around, and build your ad around it instead of building your ad and then finding out you can't find a piece of art that actually works for it. So to find a piece of art is really simple. I just came over here to Google and I punched in teamwork. There it is. Click on it. Then I go up here to images and I click images. And Google will find you a bunch of images online. And here's the one I found. So I click on it and I open it, and it's really simple. All you have to do is copy the image, right click, copy the image, go back to Open Office and hit paste. And there's your image. Now all you have to do is grab the corner, I think it's a bit big, hold down shift and pull it down and make it a little bit smaller. And the reason I'm holding down shift is it actually keeps it in proportion by doing that. If I don't push down shift, it will go, I can make it long. It'll just go all over the place. And that's not what I want. So I'm going to leave it like that. Now here comes the magic of copy and paste. Because like I said, my typing is so atrocious. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and go back to this slide. And down here, there's a little T text section here. And you just click on it and it creates a little box. And you just paste what you want in there. Normally, well, even I did it. You just type it in there. So use the arrows to get it basically generally centered. You could be off a little bit, but try to keep it as close as you can to being like centered and flush left, flush right. Okay, so now how did I format this text? Well, let me show you. Let me highlight the text. And if you notice up here, you're going to see it's Arial black, 40 point. Okay, and over here the color is red. So if I want to change the color, I just change it to green. Yeah, there it is. Go ahead and change it back to red. Come on, back to red. That's really all I did. Okay, so again, the formatting tools are really simple. It's just like working really in basic, Microsoft Office or any Word editor. Okay, so that's how I created the headline. You like to use Arial black because it's a really nice bold font, and it's pretty impressive, and it's You can't miss it. So, okay, so the next thing I did is I actually went and I typed in this type right here. Okay, which is, I'm going to copy again so you guys don't have to watch my terrible typing. It's right here. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm just, once I click that T, I just click on the slide, and it creates that little box that I can paste into. I click on the outside line, and I can move this wherever I want to move it. Okay, now this touches right here. I'm not going to worry about that right now because I can make this. Well, I'll just make it art smaller now. So I go to click on the little arrow tool, click on the art, hold down Shift, and click, and I can make it a little bit smaller. Very, very simple. Now again, this is text edited. I mean, I edited the text up here. It's Arial 22 point, and this is bold. That little B means bold. This I italicizes it, and the U underlines it. So it's very, very, if you've done any text editing in a Word program of any sort, in a document program of any sort, this is all super basic stuff. Okay, so the other thing I did is I created some bullet point. Again, really simple stuff to do. Again, I'm going to copy and paste this so you guys don't have to deal with my atrocious typing. Click on the text button down here, click, Control V. Now, to create these bullet points, all you do is you go up to this little button right here. It says bullets on and off. They're off now, they're on now. Okay? And then all you do is tap this on the outside box so that all four corners get highlighted, and just move it over. Now what you can do, just to make sure that everything's lined up, is you can move it up and then line it up with the R, the hard line of the R, with the hard line of the N. Okay? Then they're basically lined up, and you just move it back down. That's the easiest way to line stuff up without having to deal with a lot of just nonsense and having it be completely off. So now it's basically flush left, and it looks pretty good. Okay? Now all you need to do is, if you look on this one, there is a click here to learn more box. I should probably put a bang there. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this, copy this. I'm going to go back to this ad here, and now I'm going to make a box. See this little box right here? It's a rectangle box. I'm going to create the box. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is hit the text button, and right in the middle there you'll see a little blinking cursor. That means this is ready to accept text. And there you go. Now to edit the color of this box, all you do is click on the box, go up to Format, go to Area, click on Area, and then find the color that you want. Now orange is a really, really good color for things like click here now, learn more. They're very good call to action colors. Now again, if you wanted to, and I'm going to leave this black, but you could easily make this white, because orange is kind of a cool color. It works both ways. So you could easily do that. In fact, I'm going to leave it like that. I think that might even look better than the other one does. Yeah, we'll see. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to put a border around this thing. Okay? So I'm going to create another rectangle box, and I'm going to create a rectangle right here, right in the corner, and it'll kind of lock. It'll kind of snap to the corners. And then what I want to do is I want to actually make this blue box invisible with a border. So I'm going to go up to Format, and I'm going to hit Area, and I'm going to go Transparency, and I'm going to go Transparency and make this 100%. Okay, now it's completely invisible. Then what I want to do is I want to put a border around this, a black border, and I want it to be about a 2-point line, a 2-point line, a 2-pixel line, I guess. So what I'm going to do is it's about 0.25. This is a little bit bigger and thicker than than really a 2-point line, but it's close enough. And basically, my ad's done. Okay, this ad is finished. It's really simple to do, really easy. Now, this ad, I need to export so I can put it, I can create an image ad, which is the whole purpose of this whole thing. And so that when I'm in Craigslist, when people click on this ad, they can actually, it will actually go somewhere. Okay? I'm going to actually move this over a little bit. Let me see how this lines up. I guess visually it should probably line up like that. Let me see if it looks like it's too much to the inside. No, I think that looks good. I don't like the way it sucks up to this arrow. So I'm going to lower it down a little bit. I don't like the tangent that exists there. Okay, so there you go. And there's your ad. Now, I'm going to save this because this is a document that I guess I'm going to use. And I go up to save as. Probably change that later. Okay, so now I have that taken care of. So on this particular, I'm going to actually export this ad and make it an image ad. So I go to File, Export, and I'm going to save this as a JPEG. Come on, JPEG, there you go. I save that as a JPEG, and you can see I did a couple earlier, and I'm going to save this as 2. Okay, I'm going to save this as 2. I'm going to save the quality at 100% because this is the best quality you can get is JPEG. Now, there's another program that I want you to go look into, and it's called GIMP. Okay, this is a very, very cool program. Again, it's free, and just look up GIMP. I think it's GIMP.org. Let me see. Let me see where. Let's go to GIMP. And it's, yeah, GIMP.org. It's right here. This is another free, it's like a Photoshop type program, imaging program. It's very, very cool, and it keeps you from having to go out and spend a couple $100 on Photoshop or whatever Photoshop costs these days. Okay, so I'm going to go into GIMP, and I'm going to open that file I just made. I'm going to go to open, and I called it test ad 2, right? Right, test ad 2, and I'm going to open it. Now the reason I'm opening it here is that this ad is actually massive for what I want to do as far as put it on Craigslist. It's just too big. So I'm going to go to image, and I'm going to go to scale image, and I'm going to make it 600. Now the reason I'm making it 600 is because, for one thing, it's a nice size on Craigslist, and some people are still using the old, you know, screens that are only 640 by 480 or whatever it is. So you always want to have an ad that's going to fit somewhere around the 600 range. Some people make them 8, some people make them 9. I always make them 6. Okay, and then I'm just going to scale this down. Okay, then what I'm going to do, this is the same ad, is I'm going to save a copy in webinar files. Oops, let me cancel that. To T. I'm going to save a copy as a JPEG, and instead of being at 100% full quality, I'm going to reduce it to about 40%. Okay, this is going to make it smaller and easier to load to Craigslist, so people don't have to wait for it, for people who have slower computers. And I'm going to hit save, and that's it. That's how you make an ad in OpenOffice and export it as a JPEG so you can load it up to Craigslist. Now I'm going to do another one of these so you can see how I make an ad in Microsoft Office. Then I'm going to show you how to load that ad up to Craigslist so you can actually get your ad rolling and start making some money and getting leads. So that's it for this. I will talk to you guys very soon. This is Alex Martinez. I hope this is very helpful, and you guys have a great night.